So hello again, and where we just got to, it moved all of the things which change state to functions which take a game and return a game. At the moment they are methods on the game object, but whatever, doesn't really bother me much at this moment. Maybe we'll find we want to change that to a function which takes a game state and returns a game state. Doesn't really matter at the moment, I think. The next thing to do would be to take one of these. Let's take a really simple one. There was a set getting out of penalty box one, if I remember correctly, which was a really simple one, just a top level state change. Here it is. This is a really simple one. This is a simple one to do because it's a top level state change. And that means we just need to clone the game object, do a shallow clone of it, and then in the one which we're returning, we change the state to getting out of penalty box speed into the new value. So let's make a clone method for game. And this returns a game object. Let's call it G because I have plans for what I'm going to do at the moment, so I'm not going to return it directly. In penalty box. Oh, in penalty box is no longer used, is it? That can go. Something I forgot to delete. Penalty box. No, questions. What am I talking about? Questions. Oh no, not me.current player. Current player. Good that eglot, or the language server, is saving me from myself here. Is getting out of penalty box is equal to me dot is not equal to. We are in Go code now. Return G. Okay, so that's a basic clone idea. We're just doing a shallow clone of the game object, and the players is going to be the same players. It's not going to be the same list, but that's just the way Go does that. Just not important at the moment. But the individual players will be the same structures, the same locations in memory. The individual questions will be the same location in memory, etc. Questions is a map anyway, so it'll just be the same. The whole thing will be the same location in memory. And what we're now going to do, if you think of this set getting out of penalty box, let's go down so you can see that. If you think of this set getting out of penalty box method at the bottom of the screen, what we're going to do is we're going to clone the game state, and then in the new clone we're going to set is getting out of penalty box. And we're going to need to do this a few times, so it's worth expanding this game clone method to have a clone with. And the clone with is going to take a list of functions which just take a game and modify it. So here we do for f range fs fg. We're just modifying the game state, the new cloned game state. And when we can do, then we can do things like for this set getting out of penalty box. Let's go there so we can see it. We can do return me.clone with. We have a function which takes a game, and what does it do with the game? Well, it says let's take the name of the game. G.is getting a penalty box is equal to val. That's what it does. I've got the braces wrong. Let's see if this works, is the first thing. I think it should work. Yes, it does. So what we're doing is we're cloning the entire, doing a shallow clone of the game object, and then in this top level variable we are then modifying the clone that we got back to set is getting out of penalty box to be true. And the old value of game, so the game, so me here, I still don't know why it's called me, but it is not changed. Good. Are there any other cases where we can do this fairly simply? Yes, we can do it with the add method here, can't we? We can do that quite simply. We can say me is gleich me.clone with func, which takes a game and it says g.players equal append g.players at player name. Let's see, that's got to go, that should be okay. And this, I think that should work. Let's see, have I broken anything? Not yet. This is how to do these simple cases. Is there another simple case? Let's look at the type of game and we'll see if we can decide if there should be a simple case. Well, players can be more difficult with a list of players, so we're going to have to reach inside and update just the one existing player object and replace the player structure which we want to be different in the new state. The other player structures need to stay the same. They can stay the same. We don't need to replace them with copies. There's no need to copy something which is going to be the same as it was. But the list of players, we're going to need to create a new list. That's going to be more difficult, let's say, to update the birth of a player or to update the player's place. And the same is true for questions. We will have to clone, we'll have to create a new map, and every question which is of a category, every question list of a category which we're not interested in can just be copied over into the new map, but the question list for the category which we're interested in will need to be first cloned and then modified, or in some way modified. Current player is an easy one to do. Where is current player updated? We have a next player somewhere, don't we? Yes, next player. This is one we can do quite simply. Return me dot clone with func, yes, game, and then we just say g dot current player plus equals 1. Let's make it easier here. Okay, let's do this like this. There's no reason to change something as basic as this. It's just as understandable like this as it is to say we're going to get the modulus of the number of current players. There's no reason to make it more difficult than it is. That's just as understandable to read, I think. Let's see if this still works, if I've broken it. No, I haven't. Good. Well, this is a very good start. We're still a long way away from having a game stack. We're still using a game here and returning a new game state. So we're still a long way away from having a game stack, and we found no way to update inside to produce a new game state in which, in the new state, some aspect of a particular player is different. We found a new way to produce a new game state in which some question list is different. So we're still quite a way away, but we're making progress. See you in the next video.